was out looking for a new place to land, and a friend of mine said, "You really need to talk to Cerius executives." And I guess what so impressed me about that was how they got to know me during that process. It wasn't just the typical send me your resume and it goes into it. They actually had a conversation with me. They understood my background, the things I was good at, what I was looking for. So it was really that first introduction was really on the other side of the hiring process. After my first experience with them, seeing how well they interviewed me and the detail they went into, I thought, boy, I really want to try and see what it looks like to bring somebody on board from Cerius executives. And they brought us 5 people. 4 of them, actually, any one of the 4 would have worked out great. We wound up going with one, and he's been absolutely terrific working with us. And so it was great working with them. So after my first experience in working with them on the other side of the desk, when I had a position open up that I needed to hire, and I needed to have somebody that could do the job, I didn't have a lot of time to mess around. I thought, Cerius is probably a good place to start with this, seeing that I understand their hiring process. Well, when we hired Charlie, it was very obvious that he had the experience we were looking for. It wasn't a padded resume. It was somebody who I could bring in. I could give him the work to do. It was a great collaborative environment. He was easy to work with. And it's one of those people that when you speak to them, they almost understand what you're saying before you finish saying it. And I understood what he was getting at, and he was able to go off and bring us back some great work. And actually, we wound up extending his contract because we found him so valuable to our organization. I think anyone that's been hiring people for a long time, they know what it's like to hire the wrong person. They know how much time that can absorb just trying to, one, deal with them and then possibly have them exit the business and then bring somebody else in. It can, suddenly something you expected to get done very quickly can turn into a month-long process of trying to, get the person out, bring somebody new in. It can consume an awful lot of time. As opposed to when you hire the right person, they come in and almost instantly, not only do they bring you great work, but they're a real great addition to the team. Everybody likes working with them. And so it's really a time saver in the best way possible. For anybody in a hiring position, particularly at the senior management level, time is the one thing that we don't have enough of. And when you can give a list of requirements to somebody and you just sit on the phone, you talk through exactly what you want, and then they send you a bunch of resumes. And again, 4 out of the 5 people they sent us were great. We had trouble determining actually which of the 4 we were going to hire, and just the amount of time that saved us. And bringing that right person in is real critical to any organization, particularly small ones that don't have these big budgets and we don't have the time or the money to waste on a bad hire. So being able to have something like that is great, and I really credit Cerius executives for their hiring process and their screening process and the way they really get to understand your business and help us find the right person.